Shout out Mariner Gyros, man. Go subscribe to bro. I fuck with his content. He commented on one of my videos, but I appreciate you, gang. This is disturbing lost media that has now been found. And I know I'm all about the horror shit. Make sure y'all subscribe to the gaming channel too. I put a lot of time into my videos. Go ahead and subscribe to that. Death, torture, rape, child abuse, cannibalism. Oh lord. Alright. Let's get it. I'm expecting that this video gonna be good. I'm trying to tell y'all.
There's something so sinister about lost media. Footage so disturbing that it was completely erased from the earth so that no soul would ever have to witness it again.
And this nigga's voice is it fits, bro. It fits. Like I remember the last video I said the man's voice didn't sound not it fit, bro. It fit.
But sometimes a stray copy of this media is left untouched. Media thought to be lost is uncovered once more. And it doesn't take long until it's shared. The graphic and distressing imagery out in the wild again, waiting to haunt another soul.
Look, I don't do dolls, man. I don't do dolls. Hell no, I don't do Chucky. Look, you know what? Now that I think about it, bro, why was they scared of Chucky anyway? Just kick the nigga, bro. Just kick him. Just kick him, bro. Am I tripping?
Today, lady and man, we are going through some of the most disturbing lost media that has recently been.
My nigga, do you have a spoon connected to your mic? Mariner, come on, bro. You could have got the wire off Temu. You know the TikTok shop. Come on, bro. Pause. But come on, bro. A spoon, my nigga. A spoon. A spoon.
Rediscovered.
Oh, never mind. I didn't see the intro last time.
Before we start, there is a lot that I can't include in this video. The last entry on the list is especially messed up. So, a quick warning to you all, a lot of this is gonna need to be censored.
Alright. Spoon guy. Alright, Mariner, whatever you use to edit, please tell me. Because this shit looking a little too surreal.
In 1979, Joy Junction first appeared on the airwaves. It was a Christian television program for children, produced and broadcast on WCLF in Clearwater, Florida.
I'm sorry for pausing so much, but why everything Christian is always in horror shit or disturbing shit? Y'all notice that? I'm not trying to say the Christian, I'm not trying to say that. I'm saying it's always something going on with the Christians that turns out to be disturbing. Like, what are we doing, bro? Like, come on, fam.
Joy Junction was, in many ways, your typical children's program, with the only difference being its focus on religion. It was a variety show, lasting half an hour each episode, with various returning characters living in the town. The show was led by Sheriff Don, played by the creator of the show, Don McAllister. He was accompanied by a soft-spoken professor, a farmer who told stories to kids, and Ron and Marty, a ventriloquist duo. The show was educational and invited children to participate in a live audience format. The program offered skits, activities, and feedback like reading fan mail on air. The show produced episodes until the 90s, but actually continued to broadcast reruns into the 2010s, when all of a sudden, it disappeared. Every trace of Joy Junction was pulled from air and removed from all stores and archives. The show had been completely erased with no explanation. So you're probably wondering, what's so wrong about this innocent children's show? Why did it vanish without a trace? Well, buckle up, because we need to take a look at the controversy behind Joy Junction.
Bet. Come on.
This is where Ronald William Brown comes in.
This nigga looks cooked, fried, baked, barbecued. Like, what's... Alright, bro.
Ronald, or Ron, played a significant role in Joy Junction, portraying himself as a character, but also...
Come on, bro. What is this, bro? This nigga looks like the puppet from Batman, bro. No.
Controlling and voicing a dummy named Marty.
It just seems like people don't care how they use the Lord's name.
While the duo's focus was on comedy, Ron and Marty often ended up talking about some of the tougher issues that kids face. This includes the now chilling segments, such as Marty talking about self-control and what to do if a friend tries to show you dirty pictures.
They were looking at some dirty pictures and they wanted me to look too. Well, Marty, what did you do?
Ronald Brown was active in his community, putting on plays at his local church and offering a touring program where he helped preach the Bible through his own creations. This gave Brown close access with many children. And as much as I'm sure that you can see where this is going, I don't think you quite realize to what extent. What's crazy is that Ron was actually disliked by a lot of people in his community, with many people reaching out to authorities about his weird actions. Brown was even caught with children's underpants in his car in 1995.
This nigga's weird.
But was able to convince the police officers that it was a prop for one of his puppets. It wasn't until police arrested another man, Michael Arnett, for possessions of CSAM, which is where they found in-depth conversations between Michael.
The hell is he? Hold up. Is child sexual abuse material.
And Ron. Ron would discuss in depth his desire to assault and eat children, even mentioning a specific child from his church group. Police soon raided Ronald Brown, where they discovered a massive collection of CSAM and images of children. They discovered a journal that expressed his desires to eat and children that was dated 19...
Mariner, I ain't gonna lie, this creepy ass now. Fam, what's wrong? What's the issue, bro?
78 years before his appearance in Joy Junction. After news spread of Ronald, every episode of Joy Junction was removed from airing. Stores and any archive that still held them. No reason was mentioned in the removal, just a quick and sudden deletion. Joy Junction was now lost. But many years later, Joy Junction started to resurface on the internet. People would upload clips from the show and eventually full episodes. Watching these now is absolutely terrifying, knowing the desires that this man had in the back of his mind.
Unfortunately, there are people around who use bad language, but Marty, we can fill our minds full of good thoughts and scriptures.
Alright, there we go. My bad, y'all.
The Station nightclub was a small venue, originally a restaurant, converted to host live music performances. By 2003, it had become a hotspot for rock concerts, often featuring bands from the 80s and 90s. The club was...
Y'all, story time real quick, because I went to a concert with Jada. Shout out Jada, I love Armani. And we went to a Polo G concert, right? So Polo G up there, you know, getting lit, you know, playing Never Cared and all that, you know what I'm saying? And these two big bitches, like big women, bro. Didn't even say excuse me or nothing. Just scooted in front of me. And I'm like, alright, cool, I can let it slide. Then she go say, hey, Shawty, pass me that vape. And it was Blueberry. You know how I know it was Blueberry? Because she said, and all that shit went to my freaking face, bro. I didn't say I wanted Chris Brown. Man, look. I never wanted Chris Brown somebody so bad in my life. Shit was crazy.
Co-owned by brothers Michael and Jeffrey Dearden, who operated the business on a tight budget. Despite its popularity, the club was known for its cramped layout and questionable safety features, issues that would become tragically significant. On the night of February 20th, 2003, Great White, a popular rock band from the 1980s, was performing. The band's set included the use of pyrotechnics, small fireworks known as gerbs designed to shoot out sparks. These gerbs were set up behind the stage and were meant to create a dramatic visual effect during the opening number. However, the venue was ill-equipped for such effects. The walls and ceilings near the stage were covered in polyurethane foam, a highly flammable material often used for soundproofing. Despite the potential hazards, no fire marshal was present that night to ensure the venue's safety or to oversee the pyrotechnics. So, at 11:07, the house lights dimmed, and Great White began their opening song. The crowd cheered as the pyrotechnics fired, inside, sending showers of sparks into the air. And within seconds, the sparks ignited the foam on the walls behind the stage. Flames spread rapidly up the walls and across the ceiling, feeding on the highly flammable foam. At first, many concertgoers thought the flames were part of the show, but as smoke began to fill the room, panic set in. The band stopped playing and lead singer Jack Russell grabbed the microphone shouting, "Wow, that's not good." The crowd surged towards the exits as the fire grew, quickly filling the club with thick, toxic smoke that made it nearly impossible to see or breathe.
Damn.
The fire consumed the building almost instantly. In less than 90 seconds, the entire club was engulfed in flames. The station nightclub had 4 exits, but its layout created a deadly bottleneck effect. Most of the 462 people inside that night instinctively rushed towards the main entrance, the same way that they had entered, creating a crush of bodies that blocked the doorway. Some managed to escape through side exits or windows, but many found themselves trapped in the chaos. A man named Brian Butler was present that night, and ironically, Brian was actually filming a nightclub safety video. When Brian noticed the small flames, he quickly left the building, recording everything on his way.
Alright, y'all.
'Brian's footage was some of the only footage captured that night, documenting
Did anybody die? Nah, I don't want to know that.
absolutely everything in graphic detail. For a long time, it was impossible to find due to its disturbing content, but has managed to find its way back onto the internet many years later. The station nightclub fire claimed 100 lives and left over
100? Damn.
200 injured, many with severe burns and permanent scars. It was the 4th deadliest nightclub fire in US history.
$100, bro? Damn.
On January 27, 1967, tragedy struck NASA and the American space program in an event that would forever change the course of space exploration. The
Okay.
Apollo 1 mission was meant to be a major step forward, paving the way for humanity's journey to the moon. But during a routine pre-launch test, disaster struck. A fire broke out inside the command module, killing all 3 astronauts on board. The Apollo command module, designed and built by contractor North American Aviation, had been constantly delayed. It was full of technical flaws and safety concerns. Engineers and astronauts raised red flags about the spacecraft. Despite these concerns, NASA pressed forward, and on January 27, 1967, the Apollo 1 crew participated in a plugs-out test, a critical pre-flight procedure in which the spacecraft was powered by its internal systems. The test involved the crew sitting inside the fully sealed command unit while engineers conducted checks. The spacecraft was pressurized by pure oxygen, a common practice at the time, but one that created a highly flammable environment. The crew was strapped into their seats, running through the test procedures while engineers monitor them from the outside. And then, a sudden spark, likely caused by faulty wiring, ignited in the oxygen-rich atmosphere of the command module. The fire spread rapidly, fueled by flammable materials inside the spacecraft. Within seconds, the interior was engulfed in flames, and the astronauts were trapped. The crew tried desperately to escape, but the design of the hatch proved fatal. It was a complex inward opening mechanism that required significant time to unlatch, time the astronauts simply didn't have. Communication recordings captured their terror in final words. These recordings were known to be lost for decades,
Damn.
with NASA being the only ones who held access to them. But like every other entry on this list, they somehow managed to find their way onto the internet. And a once lost piece of horrific media is now free for public access.
I read that. What the fuck is a toy box killer? No more, bro. That shit old.
This entry is sort of half lost, half found. David Parker Ray, known as the Toy Box Killer, was a sadistic predator who terrorized New Mexico for decades. From the outside, Ray seemed ordinary, a skilled mechanic and a neighbor in the quiet town of Elephant Butte. But behind closed doors, he was beyond up. He'd built a custom-built trailer he called the Toy Box, equipped with devices, restraints, and tools designed for unspeakable cruelty. Ray lured his victims, often vulnerable women, through deception, and sometimes the help of accomplices, including his girlfriend, Cindy Hendy. He abducted them, held them captive in his soundproof trailer, and subjected them to days of brutal, both physical and psychological. In 1999, his crimes unraveled when Cynthia Vigil, one of his captives, escaped and alerted police. Investigators uncovered the horrors of the toy box, finding videotapes, journals, and chilling evidence of Ray's sadistic acts. During the raid, police found a tape that Ray would play to all his victims, a twisted welcome message. While the original tape is still technically lost media, a recreation of it can be found online. The tape is 40 minutes long, and it goes into graphic and absolutely horrific detail about the acts Ray is planning to perform on his victims.
Hello there. Are you comfortable right now? I doubt it. I don't know the details of your capture, because this tape is being created July 23rd, 1993, as a general advisory tape. You're very scared or very pissed off, and chained up like an animal, to be used and abused at any time we want to, in any way that we want to. My lady friend and I have been keeping slaves for years. We both have hang-ups involving dungeon games, etc.
I hope y'all enjoyed this video. 100 people. I'm still thinking about that, bro. But I hope y'all guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, share. And I'm gonna be back on the videos. I haven't been feeling good, so I will be back on the videos though. I got y'all. But why can't Team 6 forever? Shit's crazy. Shit crazy.